Would love to be a fly on the wall for that therapy session. We fucking knew that was going to happen.
I'm so sorry.
You guys have no idea what we've been dealing with this. Kelsey needs a therapy session just for this microphone alone.
I fucking hate this thing, man.
I'm so sorry.
Is it close? No, you got it. Okay, cool. Solid. I won't.
Did it just do that?
No,
she
I went
hit
to
it,
go
of course.
scratch my nose. But yeah, I hate these suckers. Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'll let you pick out the next one.
No, it's okay. It's doable. It's just I am bull in the china shop is an understatement.
Yeah.
I'm just clumsy as shit. Welcome back to Plot Twist and Deep Thoughts. Today we're tackling Queen of Shadows and Empire of Storms, which means we're discussing Aelin's master plans, Manon's rise to icon status, several questionable romantic decisions, and one ending that personally victimized an entire fandom. So whether you're here for the books, the banter, or the inevitable emotional breakdowns, we're glad you're here with us. And let's get into it.
Nice.
Which book did you enjoy more?
Empire of
Why?
Storms.
Did you?
Not even a question. I just liked that it was the book that finally had everybody in it. I feel like we got a lot more context and and to get to know like everybody a little bit better.
Yeah.
I feel like we got a lot more personality, like a peek behind the curtain.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
do. I love Queen of Shadows just for the revenge a little bit in it.
Okay.
And just more so the end of it. Everything that kind of happened in the end to lead into Empire Storms. But I do think Empire Storms had so much more of like just the guts of it.
It did. And like I said, I just liked that, and we'll get into this, but I really liked learning a little bit more about Elide and Lorcan and just, I mean, like I said, we'll get into it. But for some reason, Empire of Storms, when I closed that book, I was like, that one.
Yeah.
That one. And it was the perfect, like, arc of the series, I feel like. I haven't started Tower of Dawn yet, but, like, it's, I was like, oh, I might reread that one again, like, at some point, you know?
And I did think I was going to do the tandem read
Yeah.
of the Tower of Dawn and Empire Storms. And then when I got, like, 4 chapters in Empire Storms, I was like, I don't know if I can do that.
I know. Sorry, I know that's, like, a big thing out there, and I've seen it all on Instagram of, like, do it this way, but I'm not even mad at the way that we've been doing it. Like, it's just, it's painting a great picture. I'm enjoying the ride. And, yeah. Which character do you feel like surprised you the most?
I think, Elide, but Lysandra. I have come to really love her.
Fucking no notes on Lysandra.
Yeah, I thought she, like, at first I just thought she was gonna be, like, just a rival in that sense, and then now that she's come full circle, I'm like,
to be fair,
sister.
Aelin rivals with everyone at first.
Yeah.
Which, again, I feel like we'll cover, because I have a little bit of a bone to pick with Aelin. Just a little personal thing.
Yeah.
But no, Lysandra, like, when she first comes on the scene in Queen of Shadows, it was definitely like, ooh, what's this chick gonna be about? But I feel like I immediately did like her, because I felt like she could go 10 toes down against Aelin even, and not cower. Like, she kind of is that person, and I think that's some questions I have, or not questions, but just discussion topics for Queen of Shadows in general, was that initial meeting, and then, like, how the arc of her throughout that book, and then even into Empire of Storms. Like, again, I'm going to talk about Lysandra when we come back to Empire of Storms later. But yeah, should we recap Queen of Shadows real quick, just for anybody that maybe doesn't?
Oh yeah.
So to quickly recap, this book takes us back to Rifthold. Aelin's determined to rescue Dorian. She does not yet in the beginning know that Edion is captured, right?
I don't.
Oh no, does she does know about Edion, because that's part of why she starts her vengeance, but not immediately. Someone tells her about that, right? Arabin?
Yes, Arabin does, yeah.
Yeah. She begins to embrace her role as Queen of Terrasen, so we're seeing a little bit more of, like, this queen energy from her, not just this assassin, although it does seem like throughout Queen of Shadows she's really struggling not to be that assassin. She forms an alliance with Lysandra, like we were just talking about, and she settles an old school. I literally all night last night, as I'm writing down my little prompts for this, every time I wrote old scores, I wrote old school. Every single time. I'm like, okay, it's not what I'm trying to say. She settles old scores with Arabin, which was very satisfying, I thought. And we have to free Dorian from the Valg Prince. because that broke my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Every POV of that was just like,
Oh, yeah.
that's how upset I was.
That emotion.
But anyway, Manon begins questioning everything she's been taught and told about the witches, and how she should behave. And so we really start to see that major internal struggle with her just get a little bit grander. Like she's really like at this. I feel like Queen of Shadows is where Manon's like, oh my god, I just don't want to be like my grandmother.
Yeah.
You know. And then we have Kaol, unsurprisingly, struggling to come to terms with Aylin's identity and just fucking really making it hard for me to like him.
I know.
You know, again, we'll talk about it, but whatever. Rowan becomes Aylin's ride or die. No surprise there. And then by the end of the book, the King of Adarlan is dead, magic's restored, and the stage is set for this longer war that is going to pull from every corner of Erilea. So let's break down the thoughts. We have, how do you think Aylin has changed from the beginning of the series to now?
I think she's so reckless, but I think she just has more cunning plans.
Yeah.
And she's just 18 steps ahead of everybody else. And I think, like you had said, kind of that I think she went back into being a bit of an assassin when she went back to Rifthold, but I think the queen aspect of her is really starting to take over and doing it for the betterment, not of herself, but of the entirety of
100%.
Terrasen and her people.
Her people. And so I think as she's meeting people, I think she's trying to, and I do still think it's a struggle because I feel like at some points throughout Queen of Shadow, she's kind of talking as if, is this worth it? Like, should I be doing this? And so I think, honestly, she's like, why am I fighting this hard if I don't even have a people anymore? Like, my people don't know about me. She's not sure if they're going to even stand behind her.
Yeah.
There's still that little bit of doubt. But she struggles with keeping that inside. I think there's even points where she's like, I hope they don't smell the fear on me and this and that. And so I like seeing that side of her, that she's still human. The way that, like, Erebin kind of gets under her skin still and that sort of thing. What do you think was the biggest emotional hurdle Aylin had to overcome in this book? I feel like it's an obvious one. Maybe for me, but...
What would be her biggest emotional hurdle? You know what? You go first. What do you think? I had to think about this for a minute. So.
And I did too. And then I remembered, I'm like, oh shit, it's when Lysandra gives her the letter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot.
I know, it's such it's like kind of glazed over, but that is what really sets Aylin on fire. And she's like, I have to move forward with this, even if it's just, again, if you're saying what you loved about Queen of Shadows was the revenge aspect, I think that letter. Yeah. And I think that solidified Lysandra being like, look, I am on your side. Yeah. Like, just because I've been Erebin's, like, whore for a decade or however long, whatever, doesn't mean I stand by him on what he's done. Yeah. And the fact that she loved, oh shit, I forget his name. Oh, I know. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Sam's buddy. What was his name? Started with W or no?
Yes. Wesley.
Was it Wesley?
That feels right in my mind.
That sounds right, because I'm like, what other W name could there be? It wasn't Will. Imagine Sarah J. Maas puts a Will in the... Just all these names, and then there's like, here's Will.
Here's Will. Billy, he's hanging out.
Peter, yeah. Yeah, so I think that was a big thing for Aylin, and I think that was a very emotional catalyst.
Yeah, 100%.
For her, that book.
Did you find Kill's reaction to Aylin understandable or frustrating?
We know my answer. It's been trending for...
I guess...
Like, is it validated?
A little bit of both. Understandable, because they had to hash it out in some respect.
They're exes,
everything.
right?
They're exes.
Yeah,
There's going to be the tension there and all of that. But, like, his hands weren't clean either. He was, he was...
Listen, he joined the band of rebels. Yeah. Right? So he's just as integrated into the mess, right? Mm-hmm. I think he was really harsh on her. I think she kind of came back a little bit strong too, as Aylin does. And again, I have some thoughts later on in this episode that we'll talk about with Aylin. But he just really dug his heels in and was like this fucking bitch, kind of. Like every time we were reading his POV, it was very heavy, like, I can't believe her, and
Yeah.
like, what is she doing? And I get that he was really protective of like, please don't, because maybe Kale had a better understanding in Queen of Shadows of the way Aelin moves,
Yeah.
based on him starting with her in Throne of Glass, right? So he saw the way that she has this whole secret plan
Yeah.
at all times, and Aelin slash Selena is gonna do what she needs to do to
Yeah.
get to the end goal that she picked.
Yep.
And it's not a matter of nobody's gonna be able to talk her out of it. Nobody's gonna be able to find out the plan ahead of time. So he's probably nervous, as he should be, that like, hey, Dorian's now got this Valg Prince.
Yeah.
Aelin's on a mission to kind of murder these things,
Yeah.
right? But Kale's main objective was like, please save Dorian.
Yeah.
So I do think that was fair. I think that was
Yeah.
justifiable. I think just the emotional side of
Yeah.
it that he was showing was tough to accept, but maybe that's
Yeah.
where that's just been my
Well, that's
stance
what I
with
was just
him.
thinking too. Is that like if I was Kale and you were
Yeah.
Dorian, and this girl comes back who is my ex,
Yeah.
I just have beef with in that respect, and then she's like, "Hey, if I can't save him,
I'm cutting
or
his head off."
I'm cutting his head off." Bitch, I'm coming. Like, I'm gonna have the same response.
I
I'm not gonna
appreciate
be
that.
happy about that. You
Yeah.
know, like it's like
Well, and just the sneakiness, I think. Some
Yeah.
people cannot handle that.
hmm
I understand that. You
Yeah.
know, Skip kind of ingrained that in me as well, of just like, we're not like, watch the way people move.
Yeah.
You know, and I think Aelin kind of unfortunately paved her own way with like, again, I think she was justified
Yeah.
in that, because look at what she's gone through at 10 years old. And then to be able to survive the next decade
Yeah.
as an assassin, she had to move silently. Like,
Yeah.
literally, that's your job as an assassin, is to
Yeah.
move without anybody noticing your plans or your objective. But Kale's moral standpoint, and I think the struggles he has internally on where he was standing at that point,
Yeah.
was like, no, we need to have some trust, and he just didn't have it. And
Yeah.
and to be fair, Aelin really still hadn't come to terms with his role in Nehemiah's death either.
Yeah.
I think so. It was a
And I
perfect
think
storm.
also, it's not like she didn't really give him a real reason to trust her in that respect, because it's like every time he did, and I think that's a beef I also kind of have with her, is
Yeah.
where like people give her their undying trust and just like unyielding and all that jazz,
Yeah,
and then it's just like
she doesn't tell anybody.
she doesn't
anything.
tell anybody, and like
And listen,
at
you're
least
a queen,
Rowan,
but like,
or
somebody, let somebody help
Rowan, you know,
Yeah.
her cousin whose name is escaping me right now,
Aiden.
Aiden, like at least them, they're
This
they're
must be your inner
literally your ride or
circle,
dies.
yeah.
They're your inner circle. That is it.
I know.
And you can't even give them a breadcrumb, and then it just everything.
Especially because it's like
yeah.
the stakes are so high here, and this is a big topic that I do want to cover when we get into Empire of Storms next, because like that whole book, I was so frustrated.
Yeah.
And so we'll circle back to
Yeah.
our trust of Aelin and the way she maneuvers through her plans in this upcoming kind of like war battles, whatever you want to call them. I do want to. I know we did start off talking about Lysandra a little bit. Did you trust her immediately, or were you a little bit questionable on her?
I think it was a bit leery of her. Wow, what a word! What a throwback!
Pull that out.
When am I 68? Okay, sorry.
What a specific.
That's very grandma of
Yeah.
me. Get
Little
my
leery.
cane.
A little leery.
But I think I was leery of her, and I just. But I was hoping. I think
Yeah.
the entire time I was just like, she's badass. I really do hope
Yeah.
that like, and I also was hoping, because again, even in the way that Sarah J. Maas writes, it's like you don't know the plan. You don't know
Yeah.
what Selena's thinking until the freaking end.
Yeah.
So I was hoping. I was like, I hope that she takes Lysandra under her wing, and it's not like
Well,
doesn't because of the history push, be like, thanks, but fuck you,
I know.
or like just like abandon her.
What is the little girl's name that Lysandra had?
Oh, I had her name in the.
I know.
Oh, Evangeline.
Yes, thank you. I knew it was an E.
Yeah.
Evangeline, I think that really helped with.
Yeah.
I know
She was
Aelin.
definitely the bridge.
Well, and Aelin initially looked at her and was like, "Are you training this little fucking girl to be
Yeah.
a whore? Like, are you serious?" And then she realizes, like, actually, Lysandra gave her the scars on her cheeks so she would not be able to be,
Yeah.
and then was like, took her in. So I loved that. I actually,
Yeah.
Lysandra really quickly became one of my favorite
Yeah.
people in this series. So I think she has a phenomenal personality. I think she's strong.
Yeah. And I think she's cunning like Aelin, and I think that's where obviously because they both were in the beginning
Yeah.
of the series just surviving, like
100%.
you
She
know,
had no control over being
yeah.
sold to I forget the woman's name that runs the whorehouse, the madam. Sorry if you guys don't like the word whore, like but it is what it is. We can say courtesan, but I'm gonna stumble over that word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're totally right. I didn't mean to cut you off. I don't remember why I cut you off either. So
It's okay. Oh, we were talking about Evangeline.
we were talking about I think she's cunning like Aelin.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, it's early.
And
okay,
again,
I've only
leery
had one
and
cup of
cunning.
coffee.
It is early. It's early on a
It's
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, rain is pouring. And just kidding. It's really sunny and
It's
very hot
hot.
out and humid. So I like once you understood to ADD back to that. Once you kind of got a feel of like who Lysandra was, and then like the tidbits of her being cunning, and
Yeah.
like I was like, there's no like once that happened and Aelin saw that, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, they're like the terrible twosome, like in the
I
best
know,
way, you
I
know.
know.
They're it's like
They seem brilliant. I think we see a little bit more of their bond and the way they move together in Empire of Storms. So I think that'll come up a little bit later. I do want to talk about how she might challenge Aelin the most out of maybe all of them. Like I know
Yeah.
Rowan was a big component to like standing against Aelin and being like, hey, pull the best of you out and like embrace your power and this and that he was very pivotal in that. But I think Lysandra, aside from Nehemia, quickly becomes Aelin's best female friend.
Yeah.
And I feel like traditionally we've seen her struggle with that a little bit. Maybe it's a protective, or what's the word I'm looking for? Like not a boundary, but I'm trying to think like a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Duh, idiot.
no.
Never spoken
Sorry.
before in my life. But I love watching them kind of come back to each other and realize like, oh, I kind of treated you like shit. Why? Like Arabin was the orchestrator of that, though.
Yeah.
He really pitched each other against them, and I think that's like he had this hold over Aelin. Aelin really was desperate for him to love her, and he did, just not luckily in the sexual sense that he forced Lysandra into with him.
And not in a healthy way. It
Right.
wasn't healthy.
Yeah. Well, somebody talked to a therapist about that if they thought Aelin and Arabin were a good match.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think how do you think that she basically challenges Aelin more so than the others? Because I do think she has an important. I'm getting stuck a lot right now.
I think that she's not again to touch back on Rowan and Aedion being her like do whatever she says.
Yeah.
Lysandra is gonna push back.
think
Or and to a degree, obviously
yeah.
she's still like
I think there's no fear. She doesn't
yeah.
fear Aelin. She watched her. They grew up together,
Yeah.
so there's that
she'll
understanding.
go toe to toe with her and
Yeah.
not back down. And
think-
and she needs somebody like
I think
that.
Eddien remembers her as the child because he was with her as Aelin
Yeah.
Galathinius, whereas Lysandra met her as Selena.
Yeah.
And kind of watched her grow from the pain and the recovery of what she was dealing with that nobody actually even knew.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think that maybe gives her a little bit of an edge because she knows that version of her and can understand where the hurt and the hardness
Yeah.
comes from. Whereas maybe Edien's like, who the fuck is this chick? Like, I think he understands and he's
Yeah.
giving her a lot of grace, but yeah. Yeah. So then we meet. I love Lysandra.
Yeah.
Like, I could talk about her for a whole episode probably. But let's talk about Edien because we have to rescue him.
Yes.
What was your initial thought on Edien? Like he comes in as this like swaggering, again, another dude that's just like, I fuck a lot,
Yeah.
Like,
It felt, I mean, obviously he's her cousin.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember if we like initially like do know that or like if it lead, but like
they start. I think Kale's the first one that's like he has the same eyes. Oh shit! And then when he realizes he's Edien Ashriver.
Yeah.
Ashriver. And that's Aelin's name. He's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
does he know this and that? And
but him having like a very similar personality to her, I was like, oh, I like him. Like I just liked him initially.
I know. I immediately was
Yeah.
like, I'd run with you. Like
Yeah.
I would totally. Let's hit the bars, Aedien.
Yeah.
Like,
And like I'd be like, I'd follow you. Like
yes,
I get it.
Yeah, I totally
I
get
get
it.
why
You
you're the
could lead my
general, like,
army.
yeah.
I also love super smart fucking guy though
Yeah.
too, because to put on a fake ring and just make the king think you're doing
Insane
enough.
in the best
Love,
way.
brilliant. You know, again has a little bit of the cunningness that Aelin has, and like I thought that was very cool. Protective of his Bane, who I don't think we even really still have seen yet, right?
No,
Like they're
I don't
still
think
off
so.
doing their thing.
Yeah.
Now they're controlled by someone that has something on though, right? Like now they're part of.
I think so. Yeah.
Somehow they're linked. Whatever. I forget. Sorry, don't remember. I was. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay. You go. It's okay.
I was. I just had a fucking brain fart, dude.
It's okay.
So basically, he believes fully the entire time that Aelin's still out there and going to come back.
Well, okay.
Let's talk
Do you
about
want to touch on? Okay,
Let's talk about Edian's rescue.
Okay, phenomenal.
I loved that.
And that's the thing, and that's why I think, like, reading the first 3 books, I was like, I don't know about this. And then she starts to get into the stuff that I love reading about. And I love just...
That was brilliant. That
insane.
whole scene.
The way her mind worked, I just... Sarah. Girl.
Babe.
Your brain, insane. Like, half the time I can't form thoughts to get, like, string words together, obviously. But, like... that's why I love her books. And like I know people have like mixed reviews, but like I have yet to find other book series or other authors that I feel like do the same kind of like rescues or just like a little breadcrumb here and then
explosion
and then you're
and
like
then it makes sense.
And it makes sense and then you piece it together yourself and you're like, holy shit, this has been brewing this entire time.
Whole time.
And that's how I felt that rescue was.
Totally. I thought it was just genius. It was so cinematic, even not having a screen in front of you. Like I watched it play out in my head as I was reading. I loved the switch up of the POVs so that you're sitting there and Edian's like completely, he's like, I've given up, just
oblivious.
Like, hopefully I die before I get on that stage.
Yep.
And then he sees Aelin moving and he's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, amazing. No notes.
And to incorporate how to get in there with the dancers
and like what did they have? They had the fucking sensor to tell if it was her, right? Wasn't it like a fey trap at the doors?
It was. I think it was word
water.
marks.
Was it? Okay, yeah. So they had to have like, spill the water on it to mess up like that. Everything
was so. That was insane.
I know.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. It was just too good.
All of it was just so good. Like, that was such a great rescue.
Yeah.
Like,
I do think, did you like that better than Dorian's rescue? Dorian's rescue was a little bit, I don't know why I felt it was maybe a little bit more high stakes. And that was part of a larger scene at the end of the book.
It was. Yes, I liked this one more, but I liked that it also like led up to the Dorian rescue.
And then that confrontation in the garden there, that was,
Yeah.
oh, dude, I was choking when she was like, I'm just going to kill him because he's not there. And I know I'm jumping around a little bit. Cut to when I love Manon, when Manon's like, writes on the wall, like he's still in there. And then it's
phenomenal.
Like, yes, I know.
Witch killer, he's still in there. I mean,
I know.
I think I squealed. I don't know. Rob was he was like, what's going on? I said, I can't explain it.
We can't talk about it.
I was like, witch killer, he's still in there. And I was like, you don't know what that means, but one day you will.
I love when Ryan will be like, how's your book? I'm like, you can't just ask somebody that question. I know. Like, what do you mean, how's
what's
my book?
What's it about? Well,
No.
Yeah. I'm like,
Google it. Yeah. I don't know. Like,
I can't give you a synopsis. It's going to
take
too
way.
long.
Listen to the podcast. Oh my God. I do want to ask like how you feel about the difference of the collar traps versus like the ring. So we know that the ring is like for the lesser demons possessions, maybe not as powerful people. And then Dorian has the collar slapped on and you see like full possession. Like he's not he's not there whatsoever. This prince just completely takes over and like traps him in this little I think of like the movie Get Out.
I was just gonna
like
say that.
Yeah.
He's just
and he's watching,
down,
but he can't. Yeah. Fucking creepy movie. But anyway, what do you think what level of importance do you think the collar has versus the ring? I mean, we know it carries more power, but I wonder if that comes up at any point.
I don't know, but I just think it's just different levels, like you
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
you know, where it's like the rings are for the people that don't like.
Aren't
Clearly,
as
the king
powerful.
and the Vallows knew that Dorian had power.
Here's my
So, you
question.
know,
How is
it's
the king possessed when he's not wearing any? Does he have a ring on or what? I can't remember. Because he's not wearing a collar. Somebody would have noted that
yeah.
at some
I
point.
don't. Is he wearing a ring? I don't. Did they ever touch on it? I
I
can't
can't remember
remember.
now. But yeah, I am also curious why Manon was the only one that was able to pull Dorian out of that sunken
Mm-hmm.
place kind of deal. Because when they meet, loved, immediately I
Yeah.
was like, fuck yes. Like, the two
Yeah.
of you go, like,
Yeah.
run away together. But she immediately is like, you're different. Like,
Yeah. There's something about you.
yeah, and when he comes out, and immediately fucking classic Dorian, he starts flirting with her.
Yeah.
I'm like, my guy, you have a demon prince inside of
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Like, tell her.
Yeah.
And even
He's like, "Nope."
Yeah, the demon prince is like, get her away, get her
Yeah.
away.
But
I don't
maybe
know.
that was it too when he does like first meet her and he realizes the demon in some respect
Yeah.
realizes the demon prince is like scared of her or has some sort of like she's like a kryptonite. And
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, okay."
And I wonder why. Like, I wonder
Yeah.
if that comes back around and it's yeah, I'm curious to see how that plays out because there's a reason why she was able to do that. I would
Yeah.
imagine just knowing the way Sarah J. Maas writes, like that has to come back around as
Oh,
a
yeah.
full circle, right? So yeah, I love that. I think that, and I love how Dorian, like every time we got his POV, he's like all he keeps thinking about is the girl that like he's like, I only know one name. I don't even know my
Yeah.
own name, but I only know one name. I'm like, yes.
You're like, that's
He will find
it.
her
I
again.
know.
I want to talk about the walking red flag himself, Lorcan Salvatore. Trust, or like were the alarm bells going off immediately with him? I know we met him
Yeah.
earlier and he did help. He showed up for
Yeah.
that battle.
I
But
think it was like I feel like 50-50. I think that he is a warrior in the
and centuries old.
and centuries old
yeah.
and like in the greatest respect a warrior.
Yeah.
So it's like I also did feel I was like, well, I think that he will know right from wrong in that regard to some respect
Yeah.
of like what side to take, what side to fight on.
Yeah.
I think he definitely did. There were a couple alarm bells.
Why did
'cause I was a
he?
little
Why
bit-
did he hate Aelin so much? Like we still don't really know. Is it just because she's
Yeah.
that conniving kind of, or is it because she took Rowan? Like I wonder if that's a little bit of like he's hurt because Rowan just up and dumps everything they've been through
Yeah.
and goes and follows this new chick.
It might. I mean that. I could see that.
I know.
I could feel that
because
could
I
see
do
it.
think that he has. I think he has loyalty to Rowan a little bit, even though
Mhm.
I know it might be contradictory to what we see in Queen of Shadows between
Yeah.
them. I think it's so interesting that he just up and leaves Maeve to come over and be like, we've got to get these. What is it? The keys or the word keys? Yeah. I can't remember. Is he trying to get them for Maeve or for her to keep away from her? I can't. There's no way he wants her to have all that power. I think he even says that. I don't know
Yeah.
why I can't remember right now what the motive was. But I do question, like, are you loyal to Maeve, like, fully? Because he does touch on it a little bit in Empire of Storms when we start to see more of him with Elide of, it's like, I've been in love with her
Yeah.
or something like that, right? So it's like, are you loyal to her because of thinking you're in love with her, or are you loyal to her because of this hold she has over you and the power and this? I don't know. He's a little bit of an enigma.
Yeah.
I don't know if I trusted him right away. I
don't
liked
think-
him.
Yeah, I liked him. I don't think I trusted him though.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. Where like I didn't feel that I trusted him, but I was just I was like, well, I trust that he'll figure out the correct
There's
way
a
to
story
go.
arc here.
Yeah.
Like, we have to trust that from Sarah J. Maas a little bit. Although I guess she can pull the wool over our head at any moment. On a scale of excuse me as I burp. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much emotional baggage do you think Larkin carries?
Oh,
I think he's fucked
10.
up.
Yeah. 11.
And I don't think we've even touched the surface of it. Like, I think that boy needs a hug.
Yeah.
Like, he needs somebody to, like, nurse him.
Yeah.
Like, pull a titty out, let him suck for a little while, and maybe tell him he's a good boy. Like,
Yeah. He just
talking to you,
yeah,
Maeve.
I
Like,
know. He just needs some. I think he needs somebody to be soft. I guess to his like very rough, tough exterior.
totally. I just feel like he's never been allowed to are you a millennial, Lorcan?
He's not allowed to feel anything. Excuse me, what year were you born, Lorcan?
Yeah, let's talk about this. Yeah, I think he could use like I said, a cuddle.
Yeah.
Poor guy's only ever seen battle and been like ordered around.
And then like to feel a certain way about me, to his undying loyalty. And then like
I think it's
she
a
just uses
confusion
him.
thing.
Yeah.
That's what I
And
mean.
it's just like, and that's what I'm also like, I know that Maeve holds power over them with the,
blood bound.
Yes, thank you. The
whatever.
blood bonds and everything like that, and how she can like control them that way.
Yeah.
But that's gotta be so fucked up because you're like, even with Rowan, like they had all this like connection to her, and she just used them as essentially purely just as weapons.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's a little bit like Erebin with his assassins.
Yeah.
Totally. He just couldn't wield that power specifically.
His little bitch.
Okay, I do want to talk about some favorite moments from Queen of Shadow, and then we'll get into Empire of Storms.
Oh yeah.
Favorite moments from this book. I have down Aelin and Edion reunion. I thought that was sweet. I think as someone who like cherishes her family and then like just even her friendships, if I'd been separated from you or my brothers for a decade through like the scariest portion of my life ever, that would be so climactic.
Yeah.
And it was. I feel like I felt that in the book.
Oh yeah. Definitely felt the emotion there, and just it felt like at least maybe she could take a half a breath.
Yeah.
And just kind of maybe not relax.
She knows she has someone that she can trust and that like will have her back. At least the Queen of Shadows. What are some of your favorite moments?
I do like the sweet, sweet revenge against Erebin, and everything that came from that with her essentially not taking over. Is it the guild?
Yes.
That's what so like her somehow, and like that's another to lead back of like how she's 28 steps ahead of everybody else, and just having this whole plan.
True. She's like, I got the gold.
Yeah, like her taking over the guild, and then like doing all those like business deals, and then in the end getting the money to be able to fund warriors and essentially funding towards this war that's impending.
Yeah,
like that was beautiful and satisfying, and I was like sick, and he's dead now. Like it was just everything.
And she gave that to Lysandra. She's like, you essentially, I know what he did to me with Sam was absolutely atrocious. I think she hurt him in the way that she could, Aelin, and I think that by giving that final blow to Lysandra was like, I'm giving this to you, like you take it, I trust you, and you deserve this. And also, like, to be fair, Lysandra was able to do it because she slept right next to him, so she already had the in.
It was beautiful. I love that.
I have to say one of my other favorite moments was Dorian and Manon meeting. I know we already spoke about it, but that was definitely a highlight of mine.
That was a good one too.
Just watching him finally, again, especially after Sorsha and being trapped in this body, in this hellhole, and finding like just that little escape real quick. Was cool.
Yeah. And then I think the other, which was the king, his whole, that whole thing. And then obviously, the tower going down, the magic being restored.
Well, that was just amazing. But to talk on the king really quick before we jump into Empire of Storms was like, for him to almost like thank them and be like, thank you for finally ending this because I've been trapped in here. I did not realize.
I thought he was just evil.
I know.
I
well,
thought
that
he was
was
just
the
a
thing.
very awful, evil person.
And so now we all, like, I've literally thought about that as I'm reading. Every time I'm reading Dorian's POV and I'm like, oh, you poor kid, dude. Like, your dad actually would have been a decent dad. And you see that in his last moments where he's like, I'm so sorry kind of deal. Like, I've been waiting for you to realize what's going on for a long time. Yeah. And it's like, Aelin's like, oh, fuck, dude. And even Dorian's like, shit, you know?
And that was crazy. And that was heartbreaking because
it was really sad that was brutal. And well done, Sarah J. Maas, because fuck, I did not see that coming.
I didn't see that coming at all. I just thought he was just
I thought he was just evil. I thought he was
person.
I thought he was creating these creatures and he was doing this I thought he was just this power hungry motherfucker, really. Yeah. And to see that he had no control over that either. He was just as trapped as Dorian was like, oh no, man, nobody helped you for decades.
Decades, yeah. I really just thought he was evil, and then he was just like, he made a deal with the Valgs and was like,
Yeah.
well, here, take over
Yeah,
my
with
son's
Erewhon,
body and
yeah.
everybody, you know?
Yeah, like we know Erewhon at this point is in the Duke of
Mm-hmm.
Duke Parrington. So I thought that the deal was made with Erewhon, and he was like, "You're gonna be my ploy," which essentially he was. He just
Yeah.
he placed a demon in him,
Yeah.
basically. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So sorry for Dorian because that
Yeah.
sucks. Because now he's got to live with that. He's like, I killed my fucking dad, and he was my
Yeah.
dad at the end there, for a short minute. But I do
Yeah.
think, is it better for Dorian that he got that closure from his dad? Now he can say like, he doesn't blame him for everything that was going on
Yeah.
all that time.
I definitely
Now
think he
can-
did need that, you know?
I do too.
Fantastic. So with all that groundwork laid in the Queen of Shadows, do you feel it teed up the Empire Storm shit show that followed?
Yeah, I do actually. I don't know if I could foresee where it was going to go exactly. But yeah, I do think it did a good job of like, oh my God, here we are. Okay.
Yeah. It was in my head, it was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Like,
literally like
yeah.
strap in. I
Yeah.
almost said strap on. So sorry. That's
Potato,
gross.
potato.
I mean, like, maybe. We'll see what
Maybe.
happens. Yeah.
Um,
I'm excited because now we finally see like everybody together. Aylin's like got her small court of people. They're all kind of like, I will say, with the exception of like Lysandra, I think like everyone's a little bit afraid of her, but
Yeah.
it's fine. Guess a queen.
a
I guess
little
you.
bit of healthy fear.
Yeah, there's a balance there. Yeah, it's exciting to kind of see like that forming.
Yeah. I think we also forgot to touch on with Queen of Shadows. She gives Lorcan, because it
yeah, the
talks about it
fake
again in the
one,
Empire Star,
yes,
the
yeah.
fake word key.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
and
again,
he falls for it. He doesn't even look inside the
No.
fucking thing. He's just like, cool, got it, peace. Like
deuces. I'm
my
out.
guy.
Yeah. Are you gonna do a little bit more research? But
Yeah.
okay.
Brute strength and brains rarely go hand in hand.
Not a lot going on up here, but
Yeah.
that's okay. But that's the thing too. That was like, it was so brilliant. It
Yeah.
was like, oh, okay, give him a fake.
Obviously,
That yeah, duh. I mean, like, but it's just something.
the fact that
it's
he
just
thought
so-
she would just hand over a
Yeah.
word key too. Like,
She's like, oh, here you go.
yeah,
Have at it. It's like, I don't think so.
yeah. Here you go. How do you feel about the sheer like number of storylines we get in Empire of Storms? Because I do feel like it jumps,
Yeah.
right? Like so, like each book, it seems like we get a little bit more POV perspective from different characters, and now Empire of Storms, I was like, holy shit, information overload.
Yeah.
Like,
In certain points, there's definitely information overload, but excuse me, it kept me on my toes because I enjoy, because I get bored of books.
Yes,
so
you're the
it
chaos
makes it
reader.
Yeah, it makes it so much easier that we flip back and forth. Because it does all tie in together. But then I'm like, ooh, fresh perspective.
I think if we only got Aylin's, I don't think she would have had the following she does for 7 books,
Yeah.
8 books, right? Like if we all just listened to her version of the story, because honestly,
Yeah.
5 books in on just Aylin's POV, I'd be like, oh, you're nuts,
Yeah.
girlfriend. Like you are fucking
You're
crazy.
out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, so I actually really enjoy and again, I'm going to tie back to Sarah J. Maas's like just sheer brilliance.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you can write this many, like, and I would love to ask her, and maybe she's already talked about this. I know she was on Call Her Daddy, whatever. When you're writing these POVs, are you doing it in the order that we're reading it, or are you writing each story from that person's perspective and then breaking it up and
That's
piecing
the
them
thing.
together?
Is it
is it patchwork?
How is the
or,
web weaved?
right? Like I wouldn't like.
woven.
I would just love to see like her office, like how you weaved, wove. Again, potato. Like I'd love to see the office and see like, okay, does she have Post-it notes, or is this blackboard for like for Lorcan? Is this one for Elite? Is this one for Man? And like, and then are you because that alone makes my head want to explode.
Yeah.
Like, as I'm reading, I'll be thinking like, how is she fucking doing this? Like,
Yeah, especially if there's like a real pivotal moment in the book or a rescue or something like
the
that.
rescues, the battles, they're
I'm like,
complex,
I
they're
have to-
constant moving
yeah.
parts, and
And I have to take a moment, and I'm just like, my God,
my God,
how does this happen?
because like even just reading it, I'm like, I think I need to close my eyes for a second and like think about this,
Yeah.
but yeah, that it's so cool though. I love this. I think that's what like makes her stand out as an author,
Yeah.
and just this series alone, because I don't think a lot of people like I'm a little bit of a hater on series because you really have to keep my attention through the rest of the books.
Yeah.
If you lock me in the first one, kudos. if you get me to read 5 books of a series, wow, dude, you're doing
Yeah.
something right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit. We see a little bit more in Empire of Storms of Aelin's leadership style, and I want to nitpick a little bit because,
Okay.
and I know we've already talked about it a little bit, and I think we're both on a similar page with it. I just wish that she would, and I know we said this already, include somebody else. And
Yes.
I know we find out towards the end of Empire of Storms that she did a little bit loop Lysandra in at
Yeah.
least.
That was a fucking, that threw me
We're
for a
gonna talk
loop.
about that because holy shit!
Oh my God.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, we'll get there. We have let's build to it.
But I still agree with the sentiment that we had earlier of loop somebody in, have somebody, obviously now, we know Lysandra, but
yeah,
just any inkling of like what your plan A to Z is, because
Yeah.
you're at Z already and
Yeah.
everybody's on C.
Yeah.
And it's like, where's everything else?
and they don't know what to do. They don't know how to save you. They don't know how to help
Yeah.
you. They don't know how to, they just don't know their roles. And I think
Yeah.
that's important when you're asking people. Again, I'm going to go back to the stakes are so high. You're asking people to risk their lives just by standing near you. And I think that she's doing them a disservice by keeping all of that to herself. And we really see Eddie and like lose it
Yeah.
with her this book. He's like, why are you doing it this
Which
way?
is so valid.
So
So
valid.
valid.
Like, I love that he continued. Like, he's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, we are all here. We all support you.
Yeah.
But you've got to let us in. We've
Yeah.
got to all have, we're all chess pieces on your board.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not moving us, or you're not,
Yeah.
or you're not helping us along
And
here.
you want to be queen, and you want them blindly follow you,
Yeah.
blind loyalty. You want, well, you're destined to be queen, I guess.
Right,
You
yeah,
want to
yeah.
be queen, but you're destined to be queen. It's like you need to get out of like that full survival mode on your own.
Well, and the thing is, too, is like her secret plans have these like giant reveals, but like they go completely awry. Like,
Yeah.
this is the first book, I don't think it happens so much in Queen of Shadows, where like some of her plans go completely belly up. And
Yeah.
I mean, but then end up okay somehow.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, Aelin, girl, you got luck on your side a little bit,
Yeah.
but also your track record of like people dying
Yeah.
around you, like, it's not so great.
And
So-
I think too, it leads back to her being essentially a child, like
Yeah,
being
like
so
the
young and
teenager,
inexperienced
yeah.
in any respect. But also, you have a 500-plus-year-old fae who is like the
Licking your
top
asshole,
warrior,
like
exactly.
I
But
mean,
it's like your top, it's like a top warrior, like
yeah.
And your
Talk to your
cousin was the
mans.
king's general. Like, if you're gonna pull shit with anybody else, like maybe
Yeah.
don't do it with them. Loop them
Well, and
in,
let them in.
you know?
That's all. Just like you have 2 people that you know are going to do whatever you
And they're
say, or if they're
experienced.
not going to do whatever you say, they're going to have some good insight, right? And
Yeah.
I think you're cutting them off at the knees by, and kind of hurting. They feel hurt. Like, you
Yeah.
can tell. Like, every time she pulls something, like Rowan's like, I'm impressed by her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bang her later, but like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know. And Edian's like, I'm not gonna bang you, even though cousins fuck in this book. Like, but what the fuck? And then
Yeah.
he gets doubly pissed because we see his bond with Lysandra start to really strengthen and form, and he's watching Aelin put Lysandra at risk constantly. I mean, listen, we didn't even touch on the fact that we find out Lysandra's a shapeshifter in Queen of Shadows.
Phenomenal.
Oops.
Oopsies,
Thanks,
but-
Rowan, for your little fey nose.
Yeah.
He was like, shapeshifter.
All right. What are you, a
And
bloodhound?
Aelin's like, the fuck?
yeah.
And she's like, haha, that's why I'm hot.
And
you
it's-
know?
yeah.
Like,
And that's the thing too. That's crazy that it's like she got, once magic went away, she got stuck in that body.
yeah.
It just happened to be a beautiful body too. And then it's like, then it's like curiosity. It's like, what do you really look like?
I know.
Will we ever know what you really look like? you
Can't
know?
wait to see the wart
Yeah.
on her nose, dude. Like, it's gonna be some fun.
Janky teeth.
She has my teeth before I got
Right.
braces. Like, that's okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We
We,
love
we
it.
love a big gap.
We love-
and
yeah.
some rabbit
I
teeth.
forgot you had to get.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah. I had braces and now I have a little bit. I can like whistle with my teeth.
Well, I know. Sorry, we're totally getting sidetracked, but real quick, I know I have to floss if I can't suck air through my front teeth. Like, if I can't do.
You hear that?
Wow.
Yeah, that.
Do it again. Do
was-
it again. Everybody, shh.
Oh, I can't do it now. Sorry, hold on.
Just starts drooling.
honey boy. Yeah, that was from Braces, so thanks.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Where is it coming from? Do you know?
Unsure. I want to see my top 2.
Your teeth look like they're kissing. Like, where do you have the space?
They're like eyebrows. They're just, they're not perfect.
Dude, I still often think about and laugh at when you sent me the picture. You're like, I accidentally shaved out my eyebrow. It's one of those things, like the reels on Instagram where like the guy's sleeping. He's like, remembering my sister fell down the stairs 3 years ago. Your eyebrow picture is one that pops into my head when I'm trying to sleep, and I'm just like,
well, don't watch out with microblades, guys.
Yeah, for real.
Or yeah, no, I think it's called microblade. Whatever.
We've all done it.
Hell yeah.
We've all done it. This one starts farther over than this one because of me shaving my unibrow for so long when I was a kid.
No.
I mean, it's blonde. You can't see it, but it's one of those things that like.
But
everyone does it.
I know. I can see it, and that's what is the worst part.
Right, and I can feel it. Like, if I'm, anyway.
I touched my glasses.
Oh fuck yeah! Now
Don't
I have
get me
glasses.
started.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I don't even know what we were talking about. Lysandra shapeshifting.
Oh yeah, shapeshifting.
That's cool.
And it's very cool.
Yeah,
and I love that. And I love that she, especially in Empire Storms, you see like how much power in her shapeshifting that, and then you see also though that how much it takes out of her.
Well, that I was just going to touch on that because I do feel like why? I guess it's a checks and balances thing, right? Because you can't just have somebody with like unlimited power to wield all the time, but it does seem like they burn out of their shit real fast.
Yeah.
It's like an Apple iPhone battery. Like, why can I only send one text?
Yeah.
And then I have to recharge you.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Aylin's the only one that
she gets wiped too, though.
She gets wiped, but like it takes. Well, I guess
I think that's the
in
difference.
Empire Storms we find out that like there's like
the well. Let's talk about the fucking well because they keep talking about that where they're like, I have to dig deep into the well, and I'm like, what?
A metaphorical well.
And I'm like, why do you keep? I literally wrote a note down about it, but I'm not gonna be able to find it through all my fucking. But yeah, I don't know. Like, what is that about? Why can they only fight for like half a battle with their magic, and then they're like, I need to sleep for 3 days. Like, it just seems. I don't know. It's one of those things that as I'm reading, I'm like, this is pissing me off that you guys just.
And then the thing is too, like, do you ever, like, does the well when the well runs out, are you dead? Like,
I don't think so. I think they're just like. I mean, I
just-
think it depends if they keep going, if they keep trying to use the power. Yes, because we see that with Aelin when she like almost burns up, right?
Yeah, I remember that. Sorry, I just envisioned like Supernatural when they stab with like the angel sword and the light just I was like I was like, oh, okay, that's what's happening.
That's your visual. I get it. That makes sense to me actually. Yeah, spot on. Yeah, I don't know. I for some reason that's something that like just bothered me a little bit where I'm like, why? Like, why are they all? And maybe that's the difference between like some of the raw power and stuff. But like a couple times, like Aelin does these blasts, right? And like literally destroys a shit ton of boats with Rolf. Like Rolf? I don't know.
I can't remember.
He's the pirate lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that, like, and then I did love his line where he was like, you're just this, like, you seem like this little girl with a whole lot of power that's gonna, I forget, I wrote down the exact quote.
Which I feel is, like, how
Dude, spot on. When he said that, I was like, fucking call it, dude.
Yeah.
Because where is it? I wrote it down. Dude, I have so many notes from Empire Storms. It's not even funny. I know I wrote it down.
One quote you
Rolf, it looks to me like you were a little girl playing with power too big for you to handle, and only your prince jumping in your path made you decide not to slaughter my innocent people.
Yes.
Valid.
Yes.
And I feel like that about
100%.
Aelin a lot of the time lately, where I'm like, you're just, and I get it because she even says like the display was not for, the display was for the rest of the world to see like, I'm back, I have this power, like, come, like, either support me or you're on the other side, like, kind of deal. It was kind of being like, yeah, this is what's happening.
But you can't, again, to lead back to wanting to be queen, like,
you're being
that was
sloppy.
a dumb freaking move, dude. Like,
and the fact that she saw the bottom of her well,
and then said,
and
fuck
and
that.
said, and was like, oh, I need to stop. But then Deanna's like came out of fucking nowhere and was like, I control you now. It's like, where the fuck did you come from?
Yeah.
And is it because Aelin intentionally used the key? Because right, that's part of it. She's
Yeah.
wearing that necklace or
But I
whatever.
don't know, did she intentionally use it, or
I don't
did
think she meant to. I
did
think
her
just because she
power
had it
surge
on her.
activate, you
Right.
know?
I think that she went too deep, and then the key like was like,
And
I
then
sense
Deanna
this
said,
power.
haha, fuck you, bitch, I'm taking over.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
And what was the point of that, Deanna? Like,
Yeah.
what is your beef? Like, just to show that
Yeah.
she could. Like,
Yeah.
I think. I don't know what that was about. I don't really get it. Are we going to see more?
And I hope
of
we
her?
get
Like, what?
more, especially with Kingdom of Ash and it being such a fat book. I hope
Yeah.
we definitely get. I hope we get more understanding of Deanna and like what her role is
Yeah.
and how she plays into everything.
Yeah,
and
because like,
plays
why
into
did
the
she
past.
show up if we're not
Yeah.
going to circle back to her at some point,
Yeah.
right?
And also her slight evilness, because like she knew what she was doing, you know?
Yeah, that was
She knew
fucked.
who she was taking over. She knew the power that she had. She knew channeling her own power.
I just don't get
you
why,
know?
if she's supposed to be kind of on Aylin's side or like help her, why did she turn Aylin to like destroy the side
Yeah.
that Aylin was trying to protect?
know.
I don't get that, unless it was
I
to
don't understand
prove that Rowan could stop her. I don't know.
I
Again,
don't know that.
Deanna, you confused me a little bit. Let's see. Do we want to talk about Elide and Lorcan a little bit?
Yeah.
I don't know
Delicious.
why. Literally delicious.
Yeah.
I
Forced
love-
proximity, one of the favorites.
I actually don't mind that one.
Yeah.
That's a trope I can get behind.
Yeah,
you
me too.
know? Starting to get starving.
Oh no.
Um,
Just a little off the top, no biggie.
My bad. No, I just felt it and I'm like, oh. I love Elide and Lorcan. I think this is one of my like top pairings. I love their banter. I don't know, her softness. I think he got fucking pissed when he realized, like, holy shit, she's been lying to me this whole time. Like, because she's wicked smart. Like, what is her her deal with NIF? NIF? ANNIETH. There's a little spelling fucking.
Yes. Okay.
Which is like one of the gods or goddesses.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
And that's the one
And
that
that's interesting too. Each person is linked to
some sort of
god, some sort of something like that. I want to see also, like, I haven't looked up any like fan like pictures of her or anything. How fucked up is that ankle?
I gotta
like,
see the angle.
How janky are we talking?
Because the word mangled is fucked.
Do you remember Millennial Throwback?
Take my
the
strong
movie.
hand.
Okay, no.
Yeah, that's what I kind of think.
Yes.
I think it's a tiny foot with and curved.
So, okay, this is what I'm thinking.
Okay, go.
Have you seen the parody of She's All That? It was like,
Yes.
Oh, not another teen movie. Okay.
Yes, yeah, of course.
Remember when
She falls down
the
his
weird
hand.
guy, he's got like the like striped hat and shit, and he's like obsessed
Does
with
he have
Lainey.
the plastic bag? Or no?
No, that's like
okay.
no, that guy's weird too. That's like the photography guy.
Yeah.
He's like, I got my plastic bag,
And then the guy
has,
goes
like,
and
sayings on it.
punches the plastic bag. I love that. Sorry.
It's the guy that's obsessed with her,
Lainey,
and he's
yeah.
like 10 things I love about Lainey, and he goes, okay, so hopefully the audience knows. He's got like red hair.
Yes.
He keeps giving her mixtapes and shit.
Yeah,
and she just
yeah.
throws in her locker. She's like, thanks.
Relatable.
So he gets hit by a car in like near the end.
Oh,
and go, yeah, okay, no, his ankle's like all fucking that's what I envision.
Okay, I picture from
Just
I
like
picture from
fucking
Scary
dragging.
Movie the dude's hand, you know, who,
Take my strong hand.
that's what I picture her foot to look
Yeah.
like, where it's just like
Take I can't.
maybe it's
either-
not even that bad, but like
But I'm like, the way that you're like limping and some, I'm like, you ain't get. But also, sorry, I got a lot to say about the ankle.
yeah.
Thank God for Lorcan, like kind of like stabilizing it with
I
his
know.
powers, because
I
like,
feel like we immediately know that Lorcan like has a soft spot for her.
Yeah.
Like you spent 3 days tracking her. Come on.
okay,
Come on.
you're interested in her in some respect.
Yeah.
You know, like you want to know more.
He's like,
about
I'm
her.
kind of into the gimp.
Yeah. Okay.
Also,
I guess he is. Yeah.
I
But
don't.
then it's also like the other side of the coin of like, is he? And then because I was nervous, I was like, he's just preying on her because she's a gift, because she's got a
He's
gift.
gonna eat her.
Yeah. Or I was just like, she's an easy target.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too that.
But she's
kind of,
not, and that's what's amazing. I love
But
that.
I think that's what pissed me off about Manon. Obviously, now going forward in Empire Storms, you learn that she's not.
I know. At first,
Maybe
at
not
first,
weak
I
or
think her
something,
intention. I think her intention at first was to kind of use a lead, and also I think she could smell that she had a little bit of witch in her, right? So that was intriguing her at first, but and Manon could read her immediately that like she's playing this meek individual.
Yeah.
But Manon was like, "You're fucking not. Like, way to go. Like, I'm picking up on this, and I get it." And I think she respected her for that, where she's like, she's had to survive by being this way instead of like where Aelin has that like personality of like, I'm gonna show this bravado and you won't fuck with me. I think Elite is like, if I make myself smaller, I won't be a target.
Which,
I guess to
untrue,
some. Yeah, it depends on who you're going up against, right? Like but she has the strength of the mind, and the observation, right? That's what we see in a lead.
Yeah.
And
I think though with Manon, it pissed me off a little bit when she like dropped her in the forest and was like, "Good luck."
I know.
And because of just like face value that, but also I think I didn't catch on as quickly how reliable and how strong she was.
Yeah. But
and
Manon did, and I think that's what. I think that comes up at some point. We'll talk about Manon and Elite because I have some questions at the end here.
Okay.
But let's see. So yeah, love them. I think their sexual tension towards the end of Empire of Storms, like their scene when they start like doing a little touchy touch, I was like,
yeah. I was like, this is
I was
what I'm here
heavy
for.
breathing.
Yeah.
Like I was like, why am I
this
more
is it.
into this than Rowan and Aelin on the beach? Like that, like
I think because I knew it was very apparent what was going to happen with Rowan.
Yeah.
And with them, I was like, at first I was like, they really just might go their separate ways and just be like, goodbye, fuck you.
And also I love that like we've known like Rowan and Aelin have been panting after each other for a book and a half.
Yeah.
So like we knew it was coming, like you said. But with Lorcan and Elite, I was like, I don't think is either one of them going to act on this, and like in what way are they going to?
Yeah.
But to do it in like that temple ruin and shit, I was like, ha!
Yes.
I don't even care about the humidity, bro. Like, come at me, like.
And just for him to say too that like he'd always be there for her, I was like, well, that's very sweet because she's never had that.
And she was like, once I get my
my
shit back, like you have a place, too. Because I think
which that's what he needed too, and I think that
because I don't think he has anything other than Maeve, and I think that's why it's like Maeve was a love out of convenience because he was so tied to her. I think there's a confusion in his mind of what love actually is. Stockholm syndrome.
100%.
Okay. Let's see. We know Lysandra plays a key player.
And then Dorian a little bit to touch
Dorian,
on that.
Yeah, let's talk about, good call. Should we talk about Dorian's arc a little bit?
Yeah.
Because, like, the way he shifts, the way he starts off in book 1 to, like, now. I like, Dorian can really do no wrong in my eyes.
Yeah.
Like, I adore him. I loved his fucking scene with Manon. I do think it was a little weird he came onto her while she's chained to a bed. Like, brother, read a room. But I think if anyone's into it, it'd be fucking Manon.
Yeah.
Like, Manon was like,
for sure.
You know you like me chained up. I'm like, fuck yeah, Manon.
And I think too, though, it is in Empire Storms when, like, before all that happened, before he's reintroduced on the boat, everything, the witches attacking,
yes,
and Rowan saving him.
Rowan saving him and Manon too.
And
Manon really
too,
comes in and is like, he's my kill, and then like kills the other because that's how she loses her.
Yeah, and then kills. Is it the
Isric? Right?
Iskra? I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but killing her and then just knowing the repercussions of what she's now going to have to go through with her grandmother and the witches, but still, like, that was when the tide, I think, like, her helping Elite also, but I think that was like the really pivotal moment of like, oh,
I'm done.
She knows what's, she knows that like the witches and her grandmother are in the wrong, and that she doesn't want to be like that.
And I think, and then we learn that she's part Croken, and so I think that's where a lot of her humanity side comes from. And so we find out that she's destined to kind of take. Like, she was destined to break the curse on the waste, because that was the thing, is you need the coven coming together in peace and not all being divided. in order to break that curse,
Yeah.
correct? So like we have the Croaken Prince and Manon's mom get together, who was a Blackbeak, and created Manon. And I think I knew immediately I liked Manon. I
Yeah.
don't know why. I don't know if it's because I'm into the witchy side of things,
Yeah.
but like I just immediately was like, okay, I'm curious about this chick.
Yeah.
And then every POV I read from her, I was like, I really like.
Yeah.
fucking vibe
I
with
liked
it.
her as a character. I didn't know what direction we were
Yeah.
going to go in, honestly. I thought the way her direction was going to lead was like when we got to the war.
Yeah.
Or like the big blowout, which I'm assuming is going to happen in Kingdom of Ash.
Right.
That was when she was going to realize.
Be pivotal, yeah.
Be the pivotal moment and be like, nah, fuck you. We're going to, Aylin's side.
Right. Well, here's the thing. I have a bone to pick over Aelin and Manon because I hate the way Aelin speaks to her. From the moment they kind of meet, I don't know, was it Queen of Shadows where they meet? Yeah, because she's rescuing Lysandra, right? And like Manon's about to let you walk away and you just say some snarky shit.
Yeah.
And then even now when she shows back up, clearly fucking gutted from like physically gutted, not I'm not saying metaphorically. She's lost her stomach thanks to her grandmother slicing her and basically kicking her out of the coven. And you're still kind of being a brutal asshole to her. It's like she's helped you in whatever way she can.
Yeah.
From the moment she met you, she was going to let you walk away, and then you had to say some stupid shit just to prove that, like, I don't know, that you're like this.
Badass.
I don't get it. Like that. It's just one, and I do like Aelin. I'm not trying to like take her down here, but it just is one of those things where I'm like, it's sticking out to me, and it was really pissing me off. And then by the end of the book, they go off into the mirror together, right, and to learn of the past, like to figure out what that's about. And get a little bit more context of everything, why they're fighting this war, essentially. But like, what was your take on that? I don't know why it like bothered me so much.
Well, I think it's another callback to her being very juvenile and being very young, and being like, well, I have all this power, like, thanks for helping me, but like,
you're
fuck
just a
you.
witch.
Like, we're still fucking enemies, or sorry, I'm using a lot of curse words.
It's okay.
We're still enemies, and like, you're still on the side of evil, or however. I
guess I think it's like because she's a witch, right? Like, just seems odd to me. I just don't like I don't like. It was one of those things where I'm like, stop talking to our girl that way. I love this chick.
But I in regards to like Dorian's arc from the beginning I think he kind of, because of everything that happened at the end of Queen of Shadows with his dad, or his dad, the king, and getting his power back and all that stuff, and just essentially they handed his kingdom back and said, dude, goodbye.
Yeah.
I have to continue on this journey and do whatever.
I did like his journey with Rowan. I think that was needed.
That was really good. It was really needed. But leaving him there, he was just power. I just feel like he was never going to be in the right mind. So when the witches attacked and like took over, it made sense because he just wasn't in any.
I agree. He was defenseless.
And
Kale's a paraplegic now, so he's off trying to heal so he can walk again. We didn't even talk about that.
I know,
that.
Kale.
Fucking Kale.
But I think if we had that one more perspective, if it wasn't broken up into Tower of Dawn, his POV, if he was also thrown into, then that would have overwhelmed me. I would have been like, that's too much.
Well, also like, cause like, I mean, never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
I don't think.
But I think that he kind of regressed back into who he was in the beginning of the series, where he was like just not a kid, but like maybe kind of, he just was like
he
directionless
was defenseless,
and defenseless,
and that is very much a kid thing, right?
So I'm glad that he got, Rowan saved him with Manon.
Yeah.
And, he was able to get back with Aelin. And then he starts really coming into himself and understanding his power and all that. I mean,
I've loved him from the beginning, just as like this innocent kind of person who knew right from wrong. Like his moral compass has always been there. He's always been very fundamentally kind and genuine, playful, loves a little booty call. I have no notes on like marks against him.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I love the way he's into Manon. I think that's cool. He is picking these strong women, even though like I know he went a little softer in Sorsha, but then at the end, right before she's murdered, we find out that she actually is like also this interesting character too. You know, there's more to her than what we thought as she was kind of painting herself in this soft light.
Yeah.
So yeah, good for you, Dorian. Curious to see where his storyline goes. I'm a little nervous for it. Please don't fucking. I could throw up right now. Like, I'm literally getting hot thinking about if he's the one that has to use the lock.
Oh,
I know.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the final chapters here, and then I have just a couple things to touch on before we wrap up for today. All right, so we find the mirror. Dorian discovers that somehow Dorian, I think, discovers it's a portal to the past, right? And so Aelin and Manon, like literally as they're about to battle Maeve on the ocean, they're like, "No, we're deuces. We're gonna go on this journey."
I was like,
and leave y'all to fucking
what a
fight.
horrendous time to do that, but okay.
And then I love how everyone gets mad at Dorian about it. Dorian's like, I mean, I guess, like, yeah, it was your fault a little bit, Dorian, but like...
Okay, but I did too. I said, why are we gonna do this right now?
No, like, literally,
like,
like can we reconvene at, like, lunchtime? Like,
I was like,
come
can
back
we get
after
past
lunch?
this, and then you figure it out?
They're like, the sun's coming up, which is exactly when Maeve told us we'd get fucked up.
Yeah.
But let me just jump into this fucking mirror that we don't know where it takes us to and go on a quest.
Yeah.
It's literally, like, my husband does this all the time to me. I'm like, you cannot go on side quests when I have a clear-cut direction for you. You have to go battle Maeve right now. You cannot just go... out for fucking brunch.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, what are we doing?
We find out that Elena made a shocking, another young queen makes a brash decision, uses the key.
That pissed me, when I tell you, that pissed me off so much.
I was like, these two are the same.
Yeah.
And even Aelin's getting mad. Like, I can't believe she did that. I'm like, bitch, you would have done the same
you would have
fucking
done
thing.
exactly the same thing as you and Rowan.
Hello,
Don't
look at your
even.
track record.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Pissed me. That really actually did piss me
No,
off. I was
I
like,
was
I was like, I'm heated.
I was like, oh, Elena, let's fight.
Yeah. And then just to learn that, and then the double whammy to learn that, like, essentially somebody's gonna have to give up their life to finish what, if she had just talked to her father, Brandon, we could have figured this out.
Yeah, Brandon, Daddy had a plan.
Yeah, we wouldn't have had an incredible series like this, but like,
yeah, true.
It could have been solved, and like that was so frustrating.
I don't like that I just saw my burp show up on the squiggles.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I think that was really fucking... And the fact that the eye... Did I understand this correctly? The eye of Elena is the lock the whole time?
That's how I understood it, yeah.
So this whole time she's had the fucking lock on her?
Yep. Well, at least she's...
I'm a little tingly and hot right now.
I know.
And I can't tell if it's because I'm hungry or if this book is pissing me off all over again.
Yeah. Okay, and so then we get through that, and then... they get thrown back to Maeve or whatever, and then the whole setup with Maeve on the beach, holding a lead hostage, Lorcan just fucking... Lorcan, what are we doing? What the fuck, my guy?
Yeah, that pissed me off.
That pissed me off
so
bad.
I get it. He called Maeve to be like, hey, come fight the people that are showing up. Ansel of Briarcliff.
Briarcliff, I think.
Thank you. There's a place on Long Island called Briarcroft, I think.
Oh.
I almost got married there.
There used to be Briarcliff College. I remember that back in the day.
Anyway. Why did I talk about that? Because I can't remember what I was going to say. Ansel of Briarcliff is coming.
Yeah.
And again, Aelin, you could have prevented this all by just telling people you have a fleet of ships coming that are going to be on your side. Instead, she's standing there like, I win, and I got this all past you. Here comes somebody. And everyone's braced for, like, battle. They're like, holy shit, what's going to happen? And Aelin's standing there like, no, this is my friend. Yeah. You could have stopped this instead of, like, why all the anxiety? Now Lorcan calls Maeve because he's like, someone's going to kill my chick. Yep. Because Elide hobbles around.
She's got a bum leg.
Yeah, they're trapped on a ship. He's like, I need to save her. He calls Maeve, Mommy Maeve. Yeah. And fucks everybody in the process. So it does trickle down to like, and then doesn't Aelin say like, I knew you called her when he sent out that wave of power? So like, again, you knew this was coming. Yeah. Like, call my therapist. I don't even have one.
Incredible setup of her burning away all of those, them figuring out the plan when they're in the ruins and burning all of the, they're not, well, the Valg, I guess, essentially, but not the princes, but, you know, like the lesser Valg. Yeah. That was an awesome, again, but like it was an awesome show of power, but like, was it wholly necessary? I don't know. But the lead up of that, the Lorcan situation, Rowan going out of his way to contacting his family members, his extended family, which I thought was
which is a crazy name.
incredible. Yeah. Endymion, throwback to Sailor Moon, which now I found out Sarah J. Maas like loved, which lady after my own heart.
Yeah.
But like having them all and like that little trickery, which was at the end, which was really sweet, of like you think that they're coming for to fight against Aelin and everybody, and then they're like, oh, psych, and then they start hitting against Maeve and her evil crew of sailors.
Yeah, I
and
loved that. I
such.
thought that was brilliant. Well done, Rowan. But again, and maybe I wonder if he told Aelin that was his plan, and like maybe they would help or maybe not. But like, would that have stopped her from going in the mirror at the time she did?
No.
I don't
think
because I do
so.
think she's just like she just selfishly thinks about what she has to do to get to her end goal.
Yeah.
And then we find out that she had the plan with Lysandra all along, that when she dies or if she died, because she realizes that I have to sacrifice myself in order to lock up Erewhon and end this.
Yeah.
But the world can't go on without me. So here comes Lysandra, which like, tell me how that was fucking going to work. How is Lysandra, who doesn't have your power, who like, and then even Rowan's like I was just gonna fuck you.
Thank you.
And then Eddie even says, he's like, he goes, how are we gonna have? They would know when the kid doesn't look like us. And she's like, well, that's where you would come into play. And he's like, so I'd be fucking my cousin and just have like giving her baby. Like what? And so that's why I'm over here like, tell me how you thought this was gonna work.
Yeah, and then also finding out that, and I can't remember if it was in Queen of Shadows or Empire Storms, that certain powers wanted Eddie and Aelin to marry.
Yes, yeah.
And then I was like,
I think
gross.
it was over. Was it Maeve's? Somehow I forget what it was. But anyway, so cut to Aelin sacrifices herself to save Elide and goes with Maeve, not before she's whipped horrendously by fucking Cain.
Yeah, that son of a bitch.
Yeah, Cain's a brute motherfucker. And releases Gavrin, who is Edian's father, from his blood bond, and releases Lorcan because she's like, you just serve me no purpose.
Like dishonorable discharge too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like
so
it,
they
like,
start
cuts
like
them
freaking
deep.
out, and they're like, my soul hurts. And then Fenris, didn't even touch on Fenris, and I think I love him.
I
don't know
what
him.
his obsession is with Aelin.
That's what I'm saying.
Because like
you keep alluding to him watching her, or like he was watching her while she was sleeping, my dude. Like
that is.
Do you love her? Do you want to have babies?
Yeah, like what is, or is he? Yeah, like,
or is it an infatuation with her
isn't-
power and
yeah.
like her as this like maybe
But also,
his salvation? Like
what isn't his
brother?
I'm trying to remember how they described what he looked like. Like,
even
wasn't
care.
he also sandy hair and kind of like
a little
more
bit,
fair?
yes. But he's also another one that's like got this swagger and stuff,
Yeah.
as we see. And I don't know.
What if he's somehow related to them?
Well, that's the thing.
Or like somehow.
So Elena also says that it's either going to be Dorian or Aelin that uses the.
Yeah. Well, because Dorian is related.
So is Dorian related to Aelin? Aelin's just fucking her distant relatives. I know.
Another like level of ooh.
That's what I mean.
Which is, I mean, shout out to the royal family, I guess, because I mean, how it's very similar to how it really
for sure,
is,
I get
you know?
it, but it's just one of those things where I was like, I didn't want to know. Like,
I think he's related to. Isn't he also related to Brandon in some respect? That's
what I mean.
To,
that trickles down somehow.
Yeah, I think he's related to the Galathinians.
Galathinians.
I can't remember exactly, but he is related. One of his ancestors is. So they're linked in that respect, you know?
And, like again, like maybe with like her and Rowan, it's like far enough back where like they won't have a third eye when the baby's born.
Third eye, strong hand.
Strong hand,
eye patch.
Yeah. But just over the third eye.
Baby's got eye patch.
You gotta strengthen the other two.
But yeah, the ending of the whole Lysandra thing.
I literally was sitting there, I was like,
yeah, I was.
And then Lysandra comes out because who shows up but fucking the dude from. You don't know because you didn't read the fucking book. Wenlin. The other Galathinian.
Yeah.
Whatever I forget his name. My bad.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I'll see if I can find it.
What was his name? I don't know. He's her other cousin. He's like the Galathinius.
And then Abraxas brings
the 13
my God,
Daddy Abraxas.
Yeah, brings the 13 back.
He's the Wyvern King. Like I love him. he goes and finds the 13 and like somehow he knew where to get her. I love that he also knew where to find, I think he knew where to find Dorian, and Dorian would keep her safe. And that's why he ended up dropping her at the boat.
Oh, that makes so much sense. I'm going to see if I can find that person. That's near the end.
So yeah, I don't know. I love circling back. Love Fenris. Now like the other dude shows up from Wenlin, and I'm so sorry I don't remember his name.
Don't worry, I'm gonna find it. It's just gonna take me a minute.
And then and now then Rowan shows up. Where is she? Right?
What? Sorry,
I'm really just gonna let that flop.
I didn't hear what
You left
said.
me. Anyway,
What was it?
Rowan like shows up and he's like, "Where is she?
Oh,
Where's Aelin?
Where's Aelin?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And Lorcan's like, "I'm so sorry."
I'm so sorry, man.
It's my dramatic
Maeve
reading.
took her, man. I'm sorry.
Maeve has her in a fucking metal face cage. Oh my god, just like my MRIs.
It's gonna piss me off.
Although if it was metal, it probably would have.
Oh, and then she slipped the word keys into Manon's pocket.
And well, that's
Phenomenal.
everyone's like, Elite's
Yeah.
like, why didn't you do anything, Manon? And Manon's like, because I had the fucking word keys. Are you gonna lower my volume now? Okay, sorry. And Manon's like, I had the word keys all along. I couldn't help her. She had to go. Yeah, it was very dramatic.
Yeah.
Cinematic. I do. Please turn it into.
Oh,
a
Galen
series.
Ashriver. There we go. Crown Prince of Wendlin. That was
Thank
a guy.
you very much.
You're welcome. Took me 10 minutes, but it's fine. I found him.
Basically reread the
Yeah.
whole book. No, I'm just kidding.
I just scrolled down to the bottom.
I almost was gonna
Yeah.
open that. Oh, well, that's not the right book anyway. So fuck me.
Um,
So now Aelin's with Maeve. I want to go into.
Adian is pissed off at Lysandra. Lorcan's and
Well, because now
Lorcan's
Lysandra's
a little-
dressed up. So that's the
Yeah.
thing. Galen.
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 Yeah. Potato.
However you want to
Yeah.
refer to him. He shows up and he's like, "Where's Aelin? I've got to help her. I'm here for the fight." Bro, you're too fucking late.
Yeah.
First of all, way to go.
And
Get
then
faster boats.
yeah.
And then Lysandra walks out as Aelin and is like, "I'm here to perform my duties."
Yeah.
And now Rowan's like, "Oh, I gotta pretend to like this bitch." Like,
Yeah.
And Edian's like, "Fuck, you lied to me." Again,
And then he's pissed off, which rightfully so.
yeah, he's pissed. Edian,
yeah.
like, I really don't feel like any of his emotions have been without justification.
And you know
Because
what
I would be
really-
the same way.
Oh yeah, and you know what? Really, during the whole before she's like fully captured by Maeve,
Tell
they're
me.
having like the standoff. Manon not doing anything. I was getting so pissed off. I was like, Manon, do something.
Yeah, I was really
And
frustrated.
then to find out, obviously, that she's or not obviously, but to find out that like there's ulterior motives of like
yeah.
she slipped the word key, so she couldn't do anything because she had to get the word keys out and enable, in order to advance everything and make sure that like they can hopefully win in the end.
Right. Let's give us a chance
yeah.
here. Because the bottom line is you can't get these keys into Maeve's hands.
Yeah.
And
And then,
it
and
is
then-
it is like a little weird that Maeve didn't body check Aelin before putting her in the weird
Is that
metal
not
coffin.
like the one thing?
Like,
you
why
would
not
do?
make sure before you leave and go all the way back to your continent,
Yeah.
why don't you make sure you got what you need?
That's what I don't. Yeah, that's what I don't understand.
Nobody
Like,
fucking thinks. Like, Lorcan was like, cool, I got the necklace, I'm
Yeah.
out. And it's like, you didn't look either, bro. Like, you know what happened?
also, and you're Fae. You have magic. Is this not like?
I don't know.
Because the second that he was with Elide and
He could
felt
sense
that,
it, yeah.
So it's like, okay, if you're not sensing it,
I feel like maybe there's a little bit of plot holes, which like we're gonna forgive you for.
which
Sarah
is
J.
okay.
Maas.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
Like,
you're
you're still giving us a phenomenal journey.
yeah, it's cool. Like I do whatever. I'll
I wonder
do
how many
it.
times my eyelid got stuck together today.
But that was another thing where it was like, okay, no one is using their magic to like feel for anything.
Maybe they're all using them so much. Like I said, they send
Yeah.
one text message
It could
and,
be
their
that.
and their
Let's go
batteries
with
are
that.
dead.
Let's
Yeah.
go with that.
Yeah.
Let's say they're on 5% battery.
Because they were all they were all just fighting. Yeah, exactly.
they're on 5%.
What's that low power mode?
Yeah.
You know?
But
So anyway,
so,
no,
sorry.
finish it. No, sorry.
So and then Manon going over and saying, with the 13 and saying
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna become the Croakin queen.
Yeah, let's do this.
And
Yeah, she
so
accepts
let's
her
do this.
destiny.
Yeah. And then the guy that they originally went to go see on the islands, the pirate king Rolf. Thank you. Him getting the Mycenaeans together.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal.
It's going to
too.
be epic. I
It's-
know what's
yeah.
about to happen is going to be incredible.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, I want to do a couple little things here that are more for fun. I want to distribute some character superlatives really quick. So like imagine you have your yearbook at the end of the year
Yeah.
and let's put somebody in the most improved player category.
Lysandra?
You think
I
she
think.
improved?
Oh, yeah. Most improved.
Okay.
From where
That's
she
your
was
MVP.
at the end of book 3 to where she is now.
Super powerful.
Yeah.
Kind of just like dives headfirst and
Yeah.
literally dives headfirst into her battles, even though she's fucking terrified. She has zero hesitation for Aelin. Yeah,
I wasn't sure which. When I say improved, I just mean
You
like
don't have to
she.
guess. It's okay.
Well, I'm
You're
just
allowed to pick your character.
All right,
I
well,
might
let's
say
find out.
I don't know. I might say Manon only because of like she starts off as this like quote unquote evil witch, or she's supposed to, and then she ends up being like this badass kind of like
Yeah.
supportive character to Aelin and like the overall plot. So that might be where I would put her. Best friendship.
I would say Aelin and Lysandra.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Manon and a lead just for
Okay. Yeah. That. Yeah.
Most heartbreaking storyline.
Most heartbreaking. I would say. Well, I guess. Most heartbreaking. I would say if like through the main characters, I'm gonna say Dorian just because of everything he has
I think that's
already
fair.
gone through.
I think he's fighting for his life.
Yeah.
Or his mental health.
Or Manon, because it was heartbreaking that it's.
Yeah, I think that's hard
I
for
think
her.
she's not gonna show it, but I think
Surprised
it's
you're not gonna
heartbreaking.
throw your boy Kale in there because like now he's just laying in a bed. He's got to learn how to walk again.
Well, because he wasn't in the book. Honestly, because like like he was in Queen of Shadows,
Out of sight, out of mind.
But it was like it's out of sight, out of mind. Unfortunately,
I feel like the next one is a given. Most chaotic.
Aelin.
I know you.
I mean,
stop swinging your big dick around, Aelin.
Big dick energy, and not the good way. You know,
she's got because she's you know what it is. She's got big dick energy with a ruler next to it, showing everybody she's got a big dick. And I get it that you gotta like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like posture. Like is it posture?
Yeah, posture.
Like you're putting out. You're like posturing right to show people that you're this valid contender for queenhood, right?
And then she also has very powerful people next to her. So like she's like, I'm extra powerful now.
Extra powerful. Character you would trust your life with.
Probably Rowan.
Amazing.
I would say, yeah.
I kind of want. I don't know if. Do I want to say like Edian maybe?
He was my second choice. It was
gonna be.
Why. It was like kind of a toss up, but
I think he's powerful mentally.
Yeah.
I love the way Lorcan defends a lead too, though, but I don't think I could say him because I don't think he'd protect just anybody, obviously.
Yeah.
So unless you're a lead,
yeah,
no. But I think Edian has good intentions with just about everybody.
That's the thing. I think Rowan tries to do good for the most part.
Yeah.
You know,
things fundamentally.
It might get tangled up, but.
Okay, we're gonna jump into the PTDT damage report. So on a sliding scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you're not wrecked, 10 being like don't open the door, I'm crying in here for the next 3 business days. Overall emotional damage, how wrecked were you at the end of Empire of Storms?
I wouldn't say I was wrecked. I would say maybe 5.
Okay.
I'm more excited. I'm like, okay, now I am kind of bummed that now I didn't do the tandem read. Now it's going to be all, but I also.
Is it all Kale?
I think so, but I'm also.
Really gonna
so I've heard
me
it's
like
all
that?
Kale, but I'm also very excited though to know what.
That's a lot of Kale.
Yeah, to know what he's been doing. And
it's a Kale salad.
Yeah. And I do want to know what players he brings to the table.
For sure, because there's still that whole element of Nesrin and like all that.
And then seeing who he is. Sorry, I keep hitting my stupid microphone. Whoopsies. You. Just seeing who he brings to the table, but then also like where he goes and what's his like love story and.
For sure. All right, let's go on the Kale journey then. Yeah. Emotional damage, like wreckage wise. I mean, I just think I definitely had the like ooh feeling. So I'm gonna give it like a 7.
Yeah.
I don't think I was wrecked. But I was definitely like I was heated. I had a lot of thoughts. I had a lot of like just general emotions of being like whoa. Okay, so like let's level of Maeve rage. How pissed
12.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Maeve.
Oh,
I've nothing we've learned so far.
Yeah.
There's any redemption.
There's no redemption here for you. I hope you get stabbed in the jugular.
Yeah, she's an asshole to Aelin. She's an asshole to Rowan and his crew. there's nothing that I'm like, oh, a little bit of redemption. Like,
And
no,
you know what
you're just
pisses
a
me off is she keeps
shitbag.
Fenris with her as punishment because
Yeah.
she's like, I'm not going to release you because that's exactly what you want.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
she-
she
and
knew
then
the
she's
other
got his
two. She's
twin.
yeah,
Yeah.
and she's fucking his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, stupid. We're like, yeah, bury her.
Yeah.
All right, level of urgency to keep reading.
Yes. That's a 10.
Yeah,
Like,
I was that.
yeah.
I fought hard. I didn't
And-
want to
yeah.
because my brain can only handle so much input. I had to stop after Empire of Stars.
Yeah.
I was like, I know if I pick up Tower of Dawn, I'm not going to do this episode properly.
Queen of Shadows is going to be forgotten.
Yeah,
as soon-
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll
I've
leave
got-
my brain.
There's only about 3 book slots or 2 book slots in here,
Yeah.
especially when our Sarah Day Moss books were
And
like
they're that thick, and there's so much going on.
so much. So yeah, that was like, I'm gonna say like a 13
yeah.
for me. I was like, oh, but like I'm impressed that I
Yeah.
didn't. A couple predictions here. Who do you think is going to save Aelin? Is it gonna be obvious and be Rowan, or I'm thinking?
I hope it's not obvious and Rowan.
trying to
Or
think
it
of
could
who
be
might-
I think it's if I had to really guess, I think it's going to be
What if it's
Rowan, Dorian, Adian.
or
If it's Lysandra, I'm gonna be
hear
very
me
upset.
out.
Or
hear me out.
or
Do we think Fenris, because he's over there with her, ends up helping her escape or something? I wonder.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Fenris, show me what you got.
Maybe him and the twin. Or
Maybe.
something.
We
I
still haven't really
hope.
dealt with
Yeah,
the
we
twin,
don't know who
right?
the twin is really.
Murder the shit out of Cain,
Yeah.
and let's get Aelin out of that
fuck
box.
Cain.
Um,
I hate him.
so sorry, what was the next one?
Well, Lorcan redeem himself.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have so much faith.
I
in
have
Lorcan.
faith in him.
Come on, brother.
Especially now that he's got a lead to kind of lead.
Well, she's
Sorry. Badoom.
yeah, we love this. Ding ding. Yeah, but she's pissed at him right now.
But I think it's what he needs to get. They're gonna.
Yeah,
They're
no,
gonna
I know. It's gonna be fine because
Make up.
she's gonna breastfeed him, and he's gonna heal his emotions.
Yeah, exactly.
You can tell I'm a mom. Like,
Yeah.
She just needs a little suckle.
And then can I said Manon or Manon? What I'm gonna say Manon. Can Manon unite the witches? Do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think that. Well, I think with Astrid by her side, for sure. I think.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, it'll be tough. I think that's going to be a journey in and of itself. But I think for the plot of the book, yeah, something's got to happen, right? I'd imagine.
I don't know about. Here's where I think. Because, okay, so to lead back to her, like, because we didn't really touch on it, but, like, her trial after she killed Iskra's. I forget if it wasn't Iskra, it was, like, one of her
She
cronies,
was
right?
supposed to kill Astrid. No, was it not Iskra?
I don't maybe it was, but anyway, when she was supposed to kill Astrid, but then the other she saved the life of the other witch whose wyvern was killed or whatever, and then was plummeting, saved her, blah blah blah, and then was like, oh,
She stood up.
she stood up and defended her or whatever. I think that faction,
Yes,
because of
I
that
don't think
instance, I don't think is it the Blue Bloods?
Well, I thought she saved the Blue Blood. Who is
So-
Iskra's? What is it? There's the yellow legs.
Is it the yellow? Is she a yellow
She's a
leg?
yellow leg. I think.
don't know if
I don't know. We
the
might be
yellow
fucking this up. I'm
legs
so sorry.
will.
Yeah, Iskra's faction, maybe not.
I don't think so.
Which is
so
fine.
I think
Kill them.
maybe
Fuck Iskra.
yeah. I was gonna say maybe 90% of
Yeah.
them, or at least over half
Enough.
of them.
She'll get enough. She'll get enough to help out in this
Yeah.
battle or this war
Yeah.
because I think we've seen battles up to now.
Yeah. And then I hope she kills her. I hope she's the one that gets to kill grandmama.
Yeah.
Witch.
I am terrified of this next prediction because what role will Dorian play in all of this? And I could literally get chills just like,
I don't.
is he gonna be okay?
Yeah. With the way I feel that she writes, I don't think he's going to. I don't.
Be okay.
I think he'll live. Yeah.
Oh, you do.
I do.
Thank you.
No, I think he will because I feel like he's too pivotal of a player. But then also, I could be wrong.
think like because he's so genuinely good, it seems like. But like also, will he turn a little bit? I don't know. Is he gonna be the one to wield the lock? I don't, because it has to be him or Aelin.
Yeah.
And so it's like I don't know. It could go either way, and I'm nervous
Yeah.
about it. So
Or
I'm
unless
sure
they-
he has a
yeah.
very important role to play.
Mhm.
I just hope
And
he
then also, what
survives
if it's
it.
like to do this again? What if at the end they combine and then no one has to die?
Yeah, right. Could they
You
use their
know?
powers
Could they use it together and
and be
then
okay?
not? Yeah. Or
Okay.
maybe
I love
one
that, actually.
person,
That was genius,
maybe
yeah.
he donates some of his power. Yeah, who knows?
No, I know,
You
I
know?
wonder, I wonder.
Make it make sense in
Okay,
that sense.
okay. All right. Well, with that, I think I just have one more question. With these two
Yes.
books wrapped, which would be the 4 characters that you would put on your Mount Rushmore for Throne of Glass series so far with the
So
5
far?
books? Unless
I'm gonna say, well, Aelin, obviously. Was she George Washington in this? Aelin.
I'm gonna position them exactly how I want them to.
Aelin, Rowan, Adian, and I might do Lysandra because she
Nice.
really
I love that.
I think Dor. I just don't think he's fully come into himself yet
Yeah,
in order
yeah.
to earn the Mount Rushmore spot. I don't agree with Mount Rushmore in general, though, with how they desecrated.
Politically
Native
speaking,
lands.
we are
Hey!
against Mount Rushmore, but we are using it as a reference for this right now.
I just want to throw that out there. But I think that would be my choice because he hasn't fully come into himself yet.
Yeah,
But I do
that's
want to see
fine.
where he's going. You know?
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like for argument's sakes, we have to say Aelin, right? Because obviously that's who this book is about. We know how I feel about Manon. I think Manon has to be up there. I do agree, Lysandra. Let's pick a man now. So I have Aelin, Lysandra, Manon.
You know what? Can I switch out? I'm gonna switch out Manon with Adian with Manon. I take it
I
back.
think she's powerful.
Yeah.
I do think Edian has a super important contribution. Manon, Lysandra, Aelin. Oh my god, it's hard.
I think. Well, no, you go.
You want to build my Mount Rushmore?
No,
for
no,
me?
no, no. No, I had a
Well,
different.
you know
I had
what?
a different thought.
I'm a little bit controversial in wanting to say like, I feel like Lorcan is super powerful.
I think he's
So
dumb powerful, but
no,
like,
we
hey.
play footsies. I think whenever anybody's referred to as like death incarnate, they've got some shit. They've got some shit going on that could be powerful. But I don't know if his character so far deserves to be like mounted in stone. So maybe, I mean, I might be argumentative and throw Dorian up there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do Dorian, Lysandra, Aelin, and Manon. Sorry, Rowan. I think Rowan's awesome and super powerful. But I got a soft spot for Dorian, so he's gonna get mounted up there.
I think Aelin wouldn't be where she's at without Rowan at this point because she's so unhinged.
For sure.
Like,
I know. I do think he's pivotal for that. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. My thought process was though, I think Dorian might live. I don't think Adian. I think Adian might be. Sorry, did I don't know because he also he's powerful.
Someone's
in his
gotta
own
die,
way.
I guess, right? Like
I think it might be him, or I hope it's not Lorcan, but I
don't think it is.
I hope not. Or a lead. I don't want her to live.
you can't kill the cripple, dude.
No. Oh, also, we forgot to touch on. I just thought about this. Rowan and fucking Aelin got married, so he could rule. So he could.
And now he's got to act like Lysandra's his wife.
Oh, that's gotta suck.
Oh God. Okay. Well, as
Sorry,
expected, that was emotionally and mentally exhausting.
There was so much in the last like 3 chapters, and I was like, "There's so much."
There's so much
on.
in all these books at all times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that
was brilliant, though. That was another brilliant moment. That was a brilliant of like, oh well, now he can. I was like, wow.
She knew she knows that she's gonna die in order to wield this lock, right?
Yeah.
So in order to win this war, she's got to sacrifice herself. That's where her mindset's at right now. So she's trying to move all the pieces in place that like nothing will fall when that time comes. So we've laughed, we've cried, we've questioned just about every decision Sarah J. Maas has made.
We got a little pissed,
but we've made it. We made it through Queen of Shadows and Empire of Storms. I'm a little bit nervous for the emotional wreckage that's to come in the next 2 books when we get there. Before we go, though, we definitely want to hear from you guys. So wherever you're listening from, if you can comment, you can send some comments through via social media, Plot Twist Deep Thoughts on Instagram. I don't know our TikTok handle because I'm terrible at that. Probably the same.
Yes.
I want to say one of us set that up. And why would we make it different? So just figure it out. We'll find you. What do we want them to say to us? Yeah, you read.
Oh!
What should they tell us, Kelsey?
Who was your MVP of these two books? Who was top dog in your brain?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite quote? Favorite quotes? Favorite passages? Whole chapter? Bring it on.
Write it back to us.
Write it down. Send it to us. Snail mail. Telegram. Whatever. And then most importantly, where does Empire Storms rank in your Throne of Glass lineup? Top,
It's
bottom,
the top for me.
in between?
Personally, it's my favorite one so far.
Yes.
I loved Crown of Midnight once I got past the first few chapters. So yeah.
Yeah.
Once
I think
we read the
Empire
next,
Storms for sure is top
number
dog
one.
right now. Yeah.
Just whoa, what a power hitter.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now that these 5 books have kind of taken up all of our mental capacity, brain power, we decided that our next episode we're going to give you is going to be a little bit of like a brain break. We're going to have a little fun with it. We want to play some games. We kind of just want to give our brains a little, like I said, a brain break. I mean, let's just throw it out there.
Yeah.
So we're going to play some games next time around. Some spelling, some whatever else, like matching. We have some matching. Leanna decided to rage bait me with some what was it? What would you call it? Like a dating game kind of deal. So
Hot takes on
mix matched
relationships.
like characters to see if they would work. And so yeah, so check back in to see how our memories hold up. And then we'll come back after that to do obviously the last 2 books in the series, and then Assassin's Blade we're going to save for last.
Yes.
Just because that's how we've structured it. I know other people have different feelings on how the order should be read, but this worked for us.
Yeah.
And yeah,
We were already a little past the
Yeah.
the cutoff of like throwing it in. So.
And I just think it would have confused me more to go back before
Yeah.
everything started. So I want to get through all of this, and then I'm like, and then let me read Assassin's Blade as if it's just like a refresher kind of deal. But yeah, until next time, keep reading, keep overthinking. And if Aelin has taught us anything so far, it's that there's probably a secret plan that we know nothing about.
just keep trucking on, you know?
Trust the process, I guess. But thanks so much for Plot Twists and Deep Thoughts.
Kelsey?
Caitlin.
Peace.